The Royal Rumble is in a few days, and I want to make my predictions right now because, dear God, there is so much to talk about when it comes to this event because this could generally be one of the biggest Royal Rumble pay-per-views of all time. And I know that I do my predictions a little bit differently. I just have a photo like this and just type in who I think is going to win each match. But I gotta make a full video about this because this is going to be crazy. Let me start off with the Women's Rumble because, man, there are so much things that could happen in this Rumble. Now, I know the key discussion, of course, is who's going to win, and I've heard a lot of people throw out Charlotte Flair is going to win the Rumble because they've been having a lot of vignettes and everything about her making a return and the fact that she already made it clear that she's going to return to the Royal Rumble. Now, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Charlotte Flair fan, and the reason why is because I get sick and tired of her getting over-pushed, getting title shot to title shot when there's so many people on the roster that barely get anything. But even with the amount of times I've been hating on that, it's very clear she is going to get a title shot at WrestleMania. I just don't think she should win the Royal Rumble. And the reason why I say that, and I know some people will probably agree with me on this take, I am not a fan of when someone just wins the Royal Rumble just for them to lose their opportunity at WrestleMania. Now, can it lead to good storytelling? Yes, look what happened with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40. But usually, sometimes whenever I hear that type of hot take, it just feels like the one thing they're going to do is just win and then most likely lose. I don't like that. I feel like the main indication is that the person who wins the Royal Rumble is the high contender for who's going to win at WrestleMania. That's my main thing. And the main thing going around for Charlotte Flair is that she should win the Royal Rumble and put Tiffany Stratton over WrestleMania. And I'm like, she can just win the Chamber because Becky Lynch was the high contender to win the Rumble last year, but they had Bayley win and they had Becky win the Chamber match. And that was a lot more easier for Becky to put Rhea Ripley over WrestleMania. I feel like in my eyes, it should go to Io Sky because Io has been an absolute standout and a great worker throughout the entirety of 2024 and even the beginning of 2025. And I feel like she deserves this moment to win the Rumble. And you can have Charlotte win the Chamber because they're on the same brand. They're not on separate brands. It's not like, oh, Charlotte's on Raw and Tiffany's on SmackDown. Whenever Charlotte has a vignette, Tiffany Stratton comes out. So it's very obvious the match is going to happen, but just have Charlotte win the Chamber. Have her have another hurdle to make it to where she doesn't get grand opportunities and piss off even more fans because she gets handed them over and over and over again. Have her actually work for it. That's what I want. So have Io win the Rumble, Charlotte win the Chamber. That's what I think should happen. Next up, we have, finally for the first time since WrestleMania 40, the tag team titles will be defended on a pay-per-view as DIY defend those titles against Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, I was at WrestleMania 40 and it generally pisses me off that these titles are now getting the respect they deserve, but I shouldn't be surprised because I was probably one of the only few people on this app that did not want the tag titles to be split up in the first place. And the reason why I felt this way is because there is not that much tag teams in WWE right now, especially on Raw's side. Raw's tag division fucking sucks. Well, at least SmackDown actually has good tag teams that deserve to be on the show. Now, who do I think is going to win this match? Now, my first initial thought when looking at this is I felt like DIY was going to retain, but now I feel like Motor City Machine Guns are going to win back the tag team titles because I think the Street Profits are going to return at this show. Now, is there an indication I think DIY could win? Maybe. I think like Pretty Deadly will probably get involved and try and make it to where Motor City Machine Guns would not walk out with the tag team titles, but it just depends on what happens on the show. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Championship in a ladder match. Now, the build up to this, amazing. I've loved everything about this. I know there obviously are Cody haters that want to try and say, oh, Cody's not relevant without the bloodline. Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up, please. Because if y'all are saying that anything Cody and Kevin have done has been straight up garbage, I know y'all are capping because this has been good storytelling. Now, even though what Kevin has said has been very captivating and it's definitely made me become a bigger fan of him, no matter what, Cody Rhodes is obviously retaining. He's not losing that championship. He's heading into WrestleMania as champion. So even though you can try and say anything you want, regardless, Cody Rhodes is going to walk out still champion, hold on to both titles, and Cody, I'm getting a little closer right now. Please keep the Winged Eagle. And then we have the Men's Rumble, and this is the most stacked Rumble I have seen since 2017. And I just rewatched 2017's pay-per-view. That Rumble match, oh my god. You had the likes of Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Undertaker, Roman, just so many key stars and legends all in one match. And this Rumble has damn near all of them. I mean, you got Roman, Cena, you got Punk, Rollins, Braun Breaker, Penta, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, LA Knight. You got so many people that can make this a very unpredictable Rumble, because I have no idea who in my eyes can actually win. Because when I first saw this, I was like, John Cena could win, but then I changed my pick to Drew McIntyre. And then I was like, oh, Seth could possibly win? I was like, oh wait, no, Braun Breaker could win? Jey Uso could win? There's so many things that can happen. But I think I made my decision very clear. I think CM Punk is walking out victorious, and here is the reason why. The one thing that a lot of people have been saying to CM Punk ever since he came back to the company is that he has yet to main event a WrestleMania. And I feel like with what happened on Raw, I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. Because remember, he still has that favor from Paul Heyman. And I think that's going to be a play factor for it. Now, I know some people like Malik have also said that Roman Reigns could win. It could be Roman versus Cody 3, and then CM Punk gets involved. And while that would be good storytelling, I don't think that's going to happen. Because I don't think Roman needs to win the Rumble. And I also don't think Cena needs to win the Rumble either. Because I think if he wins, I think it would pretty much probably kill the retirement tour. Because remember, on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix, he said it's been so long since he won a match in the WWE. And I feel like him winning the Rumble, while it would be a fantastic moment, and it would lead to bigger moments like him winning his 17th world title, I feel like it would ruin the entire retirement tour already from the start if he wouldn't actually struggle to get that, like a bunch of people have. Like when Cody lost to WrestleMania 39, like I said earlier, I feel like the best solution is to build up, have them get those wins, have them get those losses, and make it to where they can finally feel good enough to chase after that world championship. That's what I think John Cena should do. As for CM Punk, I think it's just very clear to a lot of people's eyes, and to my eyes, that CM Punk is going to win the Rumble. But again, this Rumble is so unpredictable, anything can happen. Now, of course, the key question is, who do I think is going to be the Final Four for the women's and men's matches? For the women, I think it's going to be Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Jordynne Grace, and Liv Morgan. Now, I know some people have other contenders like Bianca or anything. I think Bianca is probably going to be eliminated by Jade Cargill. Or Jade Cargill is probably going to have the opportunity to eliminate both Bianca and Naomi. And I think Becky Lynch, like I've been saying for the past few days, like a week now, Becky Lynch should face Liv Morgan at WrestleMania, and building up to that match with them being the Final Four would be the better solution. Now, am I saying Liv is going to be the runner-up? Absolutely not. The runner-up and probably Final Two is most likely going to be Charlotte and Io Sky, in my opinion, because I don't think Jordynne Grace is winning either. But for the men, the Final Four I think is going to be John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. I don't think Drew McIntyre is going to be the Final Four, because I think he's going to focus so much on Roman Reigns, and I think it's going to be Roman and Drew at WrestleMania. But again, so many things that happen on the show that can make it one of the most historic Royal Rumble pay-per-views of all time. Now, let me know down in the comments what y'all think is going to happen, because this is going to be one crazy ride.